Hello YouTube, this is Kim Apocalypse, and as you can see, I'm actually on a Roku operating system right now. And you're probably asking yourself, wait a minute, doesn't he have a Sony X900F? Yes, I do, which has an Android operating system. But Android operating system doesn't do Spectrum. See, Spectrum is the one that I subscribe through, so I get streaming through Spectrum. And it would not let me download an app because you couldn't even find the app. And then I found out that the Android TV does not support it. Vizio supports it. Samsung supports it. Hisense does not support it. And Sony does not support it because they're Android, of course. TCL supports Roku. Vizio, of course, like I said, supports Roku. And I think Roku actually a great operating system. This is the first time I really actually got to get down and deal with this. And it didn't cost very much at all. I mean, you can buy a stick for $29.99 and it's 1080p, or you could spend the $49.99 and get the 4K version. And then if you want the Ultra 4K, you can actually spend $89.99 and it's 4K HDR with Dolby Vision, which is phenomenal actually. Which my TV does native Dolby Vision on apps such as Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime's got some Dolby Vision stuff now. But you know, I really like it. I'm really enjoying it. I took a crack at it because I wanted this Spectrum TV app because that's how I watch my TV, because I cut the cord, so everything's internet. And Spectrum has a deal right now where it's $24.99 and you get like 70 channels. I mean, it's unreal. I mean, you get ABC, TNT, CBS, ABC, all your locals and stuff like that. And it's really awesome. And Roku is even more awesome because I'm really liking it. Two TVs that I can think of right now that support Roku is... Okay, one TV that I can think of that supports Roku is TCL. By the way, the TCL 8 series snuck out on us. It became available at Best Buy the other day and was quickly gone. But the price was ridiculous. This is the price of the 65-inch, and this is the price of the 75-inch. And as you can see, you have to take out a small loan to get them. Which is weird because it's TCL. TCL is usually a good budget brand. I mean, you can get their 55-inch 6 series, which is Quantum this year, for $5.99, and you can get their 65-inch for $7.99, which is an awesome deal. Even though it has a 60 hertz panel, it does have some processing in there to help smooth out the motion a little bit. It's not as good as some higher ends. And I know I'm going to hear that, well, you know, the motion ain't as good, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you're also going to pay for that extra little bit of motion. And unless you're going to sit there and watch sports all day, then it's not really going to matter to you. Another thing is the Vizio is, it's the Vizio operating system. Really not too fond of it. But the price of their TVs, their Quantums, I'll show you here, is significantly less than what the TCL 8 series is. So unless you're, you know, diehard set on getting a TCL 8 series, then you could either get a Vizio, you can get a Quantum X, you can even get a Vizio P series that is going to look just as good for cheaper price. Even the Quantum X from Vizio looks outstanding, and it's 3,000 nits. You don't need anything more than 3,000 nits. If you go any more than 3,000 nits, you probably got it sitting outside in the sun anyway. So, I mean, what's it going to matter? Another thing I want to address is the PlayStation has, the PS4 has put out a pre-order for Death Stranding and a special edition Death Stranding PS4 Pro. That comes with the game, of course. and hopefully this game doesn't turn out to be like a big dud. But I wanted to tell you about this because, of course, I'm into video games too. I've pre-ordered mine. When I get it, I'm going to unbox it for you. I actually get it a night before because I pre-ordered it from GameStop. So I get it on the 7th at 9 o'clock instead of having to wait till the 8th. I was going to pre-order it from Best Buy or Walmart, but I don't believe Walmart was going to put them out till midnight. And depending on which store you go on, they won't put them out until in the morning anyway. And then Best Buy, the closest Best Buy to me is probably about 25 miles away. The one that I like to go to. I went to one in Cary, North Carolina, and it's probably been one of the best Best Buys that I've ever been to. The manager up there, his name is Carlos. I'm not trying to name drop or anything, but I had a situation with a television, and when everybody else was saying, "Nah, I can't do that. Sorry, you're out of luck. It's not warranty." Blah blah blah. He actually sit there and he made phone calls. He did everything he could to help me out. So that is the Best Buy that I'm dedicated to for the rest of my time being here. And so, I mean, if you got a chance and you live in the Raleigh area of North Carolina, go to Cary and see Carlos. He's a great guy. He's a great manager, and that's a great store. All his employees are very helpful. Anyway, okay, since I've done a Best Buy advertisement there, I like to talk about all sorts of things on my channels. TVs is number one, game systems, movies, stuff like that. I don't talk too much about movies right now, but the Joker did come out. I gotta go see that before I say anything though. But in closing, I'm going to say this, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but it's been pointed out that during my videos I do a lot of and and stuff in between my words. That's because I don't script out my stuff. I don't sit there and rehearse my stuff. I don't write it. I know that some YouTubers will sit there and write their stuff down and then go for notes and stuff like that. I talk from I guess I talk about things like spur of the moment. I don't script it out. I don't sit there and say, hey, I'm going to talk about this, then I'm going to point out this and stuff like that. When I sit there and I tell you about TVs and stuff like that, I do it out of, this is what I want to talk about today, but I don't sit there and, go through like a whole pre-written what would you call it, like a scenario, I guess. I don't sit there and say, okay, I'm going to talk about this, then I'm going to talk about this, then I'm going to talk about this. I don't do that. All my stuff is on the fly, because the way I look at it, like if I'm talking to, I talk to my camera like I'm talking to you face to face. If I would meet you out in public and we'd start talking about TVs or video games, then this is how I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to, one, I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. Two, I'm not going to script it out. I'm not walking down the street memorizing in my head what I'm going to say to the next person I talk to about a TV. Excuse me. So, that being said, I hope I don't offend anybody, but my ums and ahs are me thinking in between the things that I want to say. Anyway, I apologize for no video last week. We finally got situated in our new home, and I'm trying to make this work as best as I can, but from now on, everything should be pretty consistent. If you have any questions, comments, I love constructive criticism also. Put it in my comments, message me, anything you want to do, just let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see on the channel. If you'd like to see certain movies, certain TV, stuff like that, just leave me a comment, and I'll answer you best I can. Sometimes I get a lot of comments and I'm like overwhelmed, but I will eventually get to you. Anyway, This is Ken Pocklips. Subscribe to my channel, and